Alright, let's just get started. Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon or good evening, wherever you are, and depending on the time in which you really are watching this very video. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Selema Tengahari or Selema Amala. Anyways, this very tutorial is based on the discussion that you had with Dr. Now earlier on, almost like last week, I guess. And because of the problem that the system has actually developed, so I've been asked by Dr. Lau to take you on this very journey and to show you how to fix the problem and to eventually match the data. So now let's just get started and see what we have. There will be some files that will be sent to you via Facebook, I guess, and this file and the applications that you need to run on the system will be sent to the Facebook, just like I said. But I've saved everything because of simplicity's sake on this very desktop, and it's inside the project. So let's go ahead and open the project. So we open this up, and we move into the application, and you open up the application. So the first thing is you have to install the Access Database Engine. This will be given to you. The installation we have to go through and install it, although I've actually installed it on this very system, so it will not be too wise for me to uninstall and reinstall, but it's a very simple and easy step to actually follow. So just follow everything through. I wouldn't be installing the application because I have, but you can do that on your system. After the installation is done, then you have to copy two folders out: the core data over here, as well as the match data. These two access file has to be copied out onto your desktop. It has to be on the desktop, and I've just copied it on the desktop. So now the next thing to do is we have to go into the matching new and open this very file with Internet Explorer. So we have to come over here. This is open with, and we go on the Internet Explorer, not Microsoft Edge, not Notepad, not Word or Google Chrome, not all these applications, but the Internet Explorer. So you open up the Internet Explorer, and you have to allow the block content. After allowing the block content, you let it really load, because it has to be connected to Google Map. So sometimes it depends on the speed of your computer. So if the speed is really high, or if the speed of your computer is quite fast, then it will connect really fast. However, if the speed is slow, then it will take longer time to actually load the file. So now we really are in here. All we have to do is we minimize this very one, and we open the match data, and we have to open the place. In here you cannot see anything, right? So, but this is the most important thing. Do not worry if you do not see anything over here. So you have to minimize this also and come back to the Internet Explorer file that we have opened. So these are the coded data, and these coordinates are the one that we actually want to match into the match folder. So we have to come over here for the first node. This is the coordinates. We select it and we click on search, After clicking on search, we can either drag this one to copy, or we can click until we've highlighted the coordinates. Whichever method actually is quite comfortable with you, you can use it. So I would love to drag it and copy. Then sorry for that. Okay, copy. Then we have to copy it. We've just highlighted it, and we come over here. We have to drag these the bar over here, and we come into the search box and paste the coordinates. Then we have to hit enter on our keyboard and wait for it to actually load. It seems to be slow. Okay, so this is the coordinates that we've actually highlighted and copied into the search bar. So this very step is quite important because we've seen this dot, and this dot is exactly the points that we've pasted into the search bar. We have to really minimize a little bit in order to see other points and other neighboring nodes. So if we minimize a little bit, we will see that over here, yes, there is a dot. So this dot is to be matched with this point, the points we've actually searched and pasted into the search bar. So we have to match these points with these points. But not only that, we also have to match these points with neighboring nodes, neighboring dots that actually exist. If we come over here, there is no neighboring dot that actually existed over here, and there is none over here. So which means there is no way in which we're going to match this one with this. But if we come over here, the first one actually showed you, yes, we can match it over here. So we have to zoom in a little bit, and after we have zoomed in, if you see, we have to really be careful over here too, because this is this icon. With this icon, we cannot match it. We cannot match these very points with the selected points. So all we have to do is we have to move away, either towards this side or towards this side, until we see a palm, a palm signal, a palm sign. As soon as we see this very palm sign, then we have to right click. So I will go ahead and right click. Then this very message will actually pop up, 62478. So what this means is, okay, this node is being identified as node 62478. So you just have to click OK, and it has been matched. Then we move ahead also to the neighboring to the neighboring node if it exists. So over here, this is the node we want to actually match to other neighboring nodes, so that's quite safe. There is no node over here, there is none over here, so let's go ahead up here and see. Yes, there is one over here. So we have to match this one also with this node. So just like we did earlier on in the first node, we zoom in in order to make sure that the accuracy is quite high. So this one, nope, we cannot actually match it. But with this one, can we? Of course yes. So we have to right click and the message bar pops up. So the node is 62293, so we just click OK, and that's it. So this is for the first one, which means we've successfully matched this node with this, and matched that same node with this one. So now can we go ahead and see if we have actually obtained anything, or we've done it? Yes. So we go into the access file, the match file, and we refresh over here. So now do not worry about the undefined because it's covered. So these are the two nodes we've been able to actually, these are the two nodes we've been able to actually match. So now we go on to the next coordinate. So this is the first coordinate, the next coordinate is this. So we select, we highlight it, we click on search, and we have to actually highlight this one also. Then we copy the usual way, and we move on over here. You can close this one, of course, and we paste that, and we hit the enter key. I see, I think it's taking longer time to actually load. Alright, so we've been able to do that, I guess. Okay. Okay, this is the point. So now this is the next point, and how do we know that this is the next point? Because of this very indicator. So now we move on. Where is the neighboring node? There is a neighboring node over here, but we really have to be careful. We can move up, to see if there is any neighboring node also. This is a point. This is actually closer to this, so yes. So we can go ahead, zoom in. Can we? Nope. Yes, we can, this way. Alright, so we've done that. We come back over here. Is there any dots over here? Of course there is. So nope. So this, yes. And this is the point of interest, of course, and we shouldn't forget that. And to another neighboring node. So no. Alright, so we have to right click. Alright, so is there any other neighboring node to this one? Maybe. Let's move downward. Okay, this place is not bodied, so we do not have to really worry. So let's move on. Is there any other point closer to that place? All these places are not coded, so which means we are covered. So there are just 3 neighboring nodes here. 3 neighboring nodes. This one to this place. This is 1. This is 2 over here, and this is the third one, 3. So let's go into the access data file and see. Alright, so we've done that again. So we move on onto the third spot. So this is the third one. research, click OK, and we copy. Let's move on. We've got to close this one and paste anyone. Okay. Okay, this is the point. So let's see what we have over here. This is the point of interest, right? Is there any coded junction over here? Of course not. What about this place? Yes, this place is coded. So which means between this junction and the coded junction, because this place is not coded, so we just have to leave and move on to the neighboring junction, to the next junction that is coded. So this place is not coded, but this is. So we have to move over here and see. Nope. Then yes. Okay, now let's see another one. From this place, is there anyone down here? I guess not. There is none down here. None. Okay, let's move up then. Anyone up here? Yes. This one. So we just have to code. Is that all to this very neighboring junction? I think so, yeah. And that's everything. So we've done that part also. So we can go into the access file and refresh. So, and these are the distances we are getting. So that is how to code. And that's how to match, I mean to say. So we move on to the next one, which is the fourth one, and we repeat the same process. And this is how to do it. I think you actually do understand, and if there is any problem, you just very free to contact Professor Lau and actually play with him. But I do hope that this very tutorial is helpful. And we're looking forward to whatsoever complaints you might have. Thank you very much.